Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I am your teacher Shmala for the practical activity today. And today I will tell you about the reproductive and non-reproductive parts of the plant. We are quite knowing that plant is the most beautiful part of the plant. This is the flower. It has male as well as female reproductive parts. So the male reproductive parts I would like to show are the anther and filament. Anther and filament. This is the male reproductive part and its name is stem. So we label it that this is anther, this is filament, and pollen grains are produced inside it. So the pollen grains are the male reproductive part of the plant. Now the female reproductive part is this one. The topmost is stigma, then style and ovary inside. This is the female reproductive part. We can call it carpel or pistil. This is very interesting. We can label it. This is the stigma. Then elongated structure, which is somewhat narrow, is style, and round structure, ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules are produced. So these ovules are the female reproductive part of the plant. Now about non-reproductive parts. Non-reproductive parts of the flower are calyx and corolla. Calyx are also called sepals. These are mostly green in color. So these calyx are mostly present outside, on the outside, and they are protective in function. They are mostly green in color. You can see the sepals or green colored substances called sepals in many plants. And corolla. Corolla means petals. These are the colorful part of the flower, and these are basically composed of petals. These are colorful and these are very important in pollination because insects etc. are attracted towards the flower due to the same petals. So this is the overall explanation of the male and female reproductive part of the flower, and once more I would like to summarize. This is the male reproductive part containing anther and filament. Anther produces pollen grains. This is the female reproductive part of the flower containing stigma, upper somewhat flat structure, style, and inside is ovary. And the sepals are mostly present outside. They are always present outside and they are mostly green in color. That I want to say, mostly green in color. Then the petals which makes corolla, keep it in mind, sepals and petals both are non-reproductive parts. So I was telling you about corolla consisting of the petals is the most colorful and the most beautiful part of the flower, and it helps in pollination. That is, insects etc. are attracted towards it, and the pollen grains, they sit on the flower, pollen grains get stick on their bodies, and whenever these insects are transported to the other part, so they also transport these pollen grains, and hence the pollen grains, they after getting the suitable environment and conditions again germinate into the new plant. Thank you.